Hey guys, it is me, Contessa. I'm so excited to have you here in my corner today because I did want to tackle a huge subject that sometimes can be a little bit hard to kind of broach and talk about. And then sometimes it can actually bring in this beautiful empowerment to yourself as well as your family. Now, setting boundaries can be something where we're setting boundaries in a relationship with our loved one, or it can be a boundary that we're having with, say, a customer at work or our family members. You know, a few of us do have some family members where we do have to set up clear boundaries. And I mean boundaries like whose house is it for Christmas time, or maybe you shouldn't be talking to me in that manner, or how about let's take a little break from each other and connect when there's a little bit more love. Boundaries are completely complicated, but they're perfect when you understand what those boundaries are. Clear boundaries, clear limits, setting them up, that is huge. But that means that you actually need to sit down with yourself a few minutes and kind of figure out what those boundaries are. So today I sat down, I meditated, I picked a beautiful crystal that is wonderful helping set boundaries, feel your limits, and know that you can be really empowered. So I go ahead and light my beautiful incense. Ask you to get as comfortable as you can. Just relax down deep into your body. This beautiful stone today is so wonderful. I'm telling you, it is wonderful about really opening up Amazonite. I love this. So go ahead and sit down, feel your body, your heart chakra and your throat open up. This one is all about working our boundaries, our intentions, and our words. Remember, our words have such a huge thing to do with our hearts and setting those boundaries, having enough inner love. Can you feel that? To listen to your own needs. So, okay, go ahead, sit down. That's going to be step number 1 in my 5 steps of learning and setting your boundaries. So number 1, stay positive. We're going to be still and listen to our inner channels. See what it is that we like and what we want and what we don't want. Okay, but keep it really simple. Number 2 is what I consider basically like your perfume sampler. Start sitting down and thinking, what is it that you really want? Do you like this wild musky scent? Do you like that floral spring scent? What is it that you like? What is the deal breakers? The more that you get in tune with the different aspects of your life where you have all these different choices, then you can start seeing you have certain boundaries, you have certain likes, and it's all about calling all that in so that you can start to feel what works for you and what's not going to work for you. Same thing with relationships. If somebody is sitting there and they're like, doing shit you don't like, you know what? It's okay, because you can start to shift it and see what it is in that relationship that you do like. Number 3. 3 is really simple and one of my favorite. Get a pen, get a piece of paper, write it down. This is you really writing down your thoughts, your feelings, and what's going on. Journaling is a huge way of letting things of your life kind of be more focused and centered, but this type of writing can be done on a small journal, small piece of paper. It can be done in a letter, but just write it down. Get all those words out. Like I like to say, get that word vomit going. Just get as much out as you can. Don't blame yourself. Don't blame the other person. Just start to have a non-aggressive way in your writing of really seeing what's going on. What's the bigger picture? Start to feel where your triggers are again. This writing starts to tap open into your words and what's going on. So you can start to see from that. Now with this writing it down, you can keep it. You can choose to burn it, get rid of it, let anything that no longer serves you legit, like is just gone. You can choose to send it, but remember sometimes we do have consequences with those words, so sometimes it's okay to send that letter and sometimes it's okay to keep that to yourself. Number 4, tit for tat, or like I say, flip for flop. right? If somebody is hitting your boundary and they are bringing up things that you really don't want to talk about, don't want to discuss, or you know that emotional stuff is really starting to come in, change that subject. Flip it around. Go ahead and start talking about an awesome movie you saw. Throw in that royal wedding. Ask how they like the dress. If that continues and you know you start flipping that conversation, you'll feel that energy shift come in, and you'll know that you're in charge and your boundaries are there for a reason. Not having a subject brought up again is almost the same as you taking a Monopoly game that you played and that game is done and over with, and whoever won won, and however the game went, and it's wonderful and it's over. But sometimes when we're hitting those boundaries and we bring up subjects and there's no way of really resolving the things in the manner in which you need to, that is bringing you love and honest healing, then it's okay to go ahead and flip that subject. Okay, number 5. Okay, this is huge about boundaries. Words can be swords. Your words can cut somebody down to the core. Their words can cut you down to the core. With a physical thing, we see somebody can be cut or slashed or hurt or bruised, and they're going to heal, and their body is physically healed. But with words, they start to seep down into us and our emotional stuff and our heart center, and they can get so deep in there that sometimes they're hard to literally pluck out. So, if you're having that boundary bumping, and you're starting to hear that trigger, and you know your boundary is being set, right? You can always say to that person, I'm sorry that you feel that way, or I know that your plans are important, but remember that your plans are important. Remember that your feelings are important. So knowing these little boundaries, they're gonna be huge and fun and funky and hard, but you gotta work at them. Setting up your boundaries is huge. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be something that's going to be quick. Give it time. Give it the honor and the respect that it is, because this is setting up your inner boundaries. This is falling in love with you, that child within you that depended on their parents for survival and now is finding out what he or she needs for her own survival. It's letting go of that need to think outside of yourself for that love within yourself. And it is literally a huge, huge thing. So having limits is not a bad thing. Give that child inside some awesome self-care love. Enjoy those boundaries around you. Let them feel like an awesome, huge hug. I want to hear in the comments down below what it's been like when you have had to have set up boundaries with your in-laws, family, or friends, and how did it feel when you actually understood that your time is like important? Like, what is that like? I want to hear in your comments down below. Seriously, it's not easy for me to be that voice of a person who does not get along with her mother, but I am. I have boundaries. I've set them up. It has taken me a lifetime to learn that it is more healthy for me to have those safe boundaries than for me to not have them and suffer from feeling like I'm obligated and that I owe somebody. So that was a huge freeing tip for me, and I want to be able to throw that at you today and just kind of give you that piece of awesome, huge, freeing energy that literally I really felt was part of sitting with the Amzonite, if I can even say it right, you know, opening that up and feeling that awesomeness of it's okay to practice listening to myself and that my boundaries are important. So don't forget, you are important. Like and share if you are needing to send some other love around the world about setting boundaries and sending love. So much love, and have a beautiful week. Mwah.